Welcome to another episode of the Family Values Podcast. I am your host, Jay Ayers.
And I'm Tamisha Spain.
And again, unfortunately, we are missing our third leg, our third wheel. We are not a tripod today. We are not a tricycle. We are only a bicycle today. We are only into wheel motion. We're missing Mr. Lonnie Lockhart. Wherever you are, Lonnie, our heart goes out to you. We miss you, bro.
Really? All that?
I don't know.
Okay.
It sounded good at the time.
All right. We'll go with it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what it is, bro. You know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gang, gang. I don't know. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So, get money hands.
Hey!
What are we on today?
So, topic for the day. And we are actually doing a dual cast today where both our YouTube viewers and our podcast listeners will catch the same thing, which I think is kind of dope. So you will be able to listen to this on Spotify, on Apple, on Google, and also see us on YouTube. So go check us out. Go view us. Go subscribe. Click that button. That's me clicking the button. You know what I'm talking about. Click the button. Click the button. Click the button. Click the button. How many times I gotta click the button? Click the button. If you don't click the button, I'm gonna come to your house and click the button for you. So click the button. Tell them to click the button.
Click the button.
Click the button. Yes. But our show today is about black parents versus white parents and how they discipline their children in public. And the reason this concept and this thought came to my mind is because I was in the store the other day. I'm not gonna name the store, but I was in the store the other day, and I saw this little girl, and she was just showing her behind the other day. I mean, she was just throwing a fit. She was throwing stuff off the shelves. She was throwing stuff on the floor. Mommy, I want this. Mommy, I want that. She was throwing stuff all over the place. And her mom was like, well, little Chrissy, you gotta calm down. You can't have that right now. You gotta calm down. You gotta clean this mess up.
Wow.
Lisa.
What's up? I can guess what color her mama was.
What color is your mom?
She was in the Caucasian persuasion, I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Wow. That's interesting. So let me ask you this. Do you think that when you say out in public, do you think that, especially like stores and stuff, because that's usually where kids tend to act out or whatever, do you think that the store matters?
You know,
I'm just wondering if like, okay, so like if you're in like Kohl's or something, would that be different than being like in Walmart?
I don't even think it's the store, because
I'm just wondering.
you know what? I don't even think it's the store, because
Because sometimes
you
people
know, I
act
work
a
with
little
kids, right?
Right.
So, and I see where some of these kids talk to their parents on the phone. And I see some of them
Act up.
talk to their parents any type of way, and their parents just be like, well, okay. And they just let it slide. I'd be like, oh, so you gonna let him talk to you like that? That's okay with you?
The only thing I know about sliding is maybe getting slid up under a table
What?
after I said the wrong thing.
Man, I done seen something.
Maybe getting like my mama's arm sliding across like that.
Hey, look.
Not,
I done seen the way they done talk to some of their parents. I'm gonna tell you straight up. If I done talked to my mama that way, man, look here. I would have straight veneers. None of my teeth would be real. None.
the false eyeballs, big glass eyes.
What?
Some of that, the teeth issues, some concussions, possibly.
Now look here, people. Let's I want to first say we do not support child abuse at any level. We do not at all.
But I'm an advocate for discipline and whooping butt.
I have a child of my own, and yes, he gets whoopings. Yes, I'm gonna let you know now. He gets whoopings. He is well behaved.
That he is.
So he know not to go in the store and act up.
Right. Because I guess my thing is like, of all places, I guess me and my sisters were talking about that recently, like, you don't go, like, my mom was a huge person, like, go to school and act up. You knew, because it's a reflection of your parenting. It's a reflection of your at home life. Go to school and act up. You might cut up at home, but to go to school and act up, or to go to church or be around church people and act up, oh no.
Go to school and act up?
That's the quickest way to get dead.
Hold on, you said church, but we're gonna get to church in a minute. But go to school and act up?
Nah.
Let's process the school thing first. First off, go to school and act up. Hold on. We're gonna process this whole school thing.
That's not
right?
even the option.
Okay, first off, I learned that lesson.
I didn't fight in school because
I learned that lesson real quick.
my mama didn't play.
Okay.
I was scared.
I had one time I got in trouble at school once. It was a one-time event.
Okay.
One-time event I got in trouble at school once. Learned my whole lesson real fast. Because we came up in the era where they paddled at school.
Oh, they were still doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I got a paddling in school.
Not for me.
That was one.
Where I grew up.
That was one. Let's count the ass whoopings I got that day. One. Counted one in school. Got home. My mama gave me one. That's two. Two. Daddy came home from work. That is three.
You got 3 whoopings?
In a day.
For the same crime.
Same thing. 3 of them.
That's more than double jeopardy. That's like triple.
Ask me if I got in any type of trouble in school anymore.
Okay, now see, in my opinion, I understand that's, old school. In my opinion, that's excessive. But I guess it also depends on what it is. And I'm assuming you probably didn't do anything to warrant 3 whoopings.
I don't even remember what it was, but I didn't do it anymore.
Right.
Didn't do it
I
anymore.
would hope not. After 3. If you didn't learn your lesson after 3, then something else maybe needs to happen. But I guess for me, it was just like, I was so afraid of getting a whooping. I would rather, I hated whoopings. And I didn't get many because I was so afraid of whoopings. I was afraid of getting in trouble. I hated being on punishment. I hated getting a whooping. It just was, and I mean, I didn't act out a lot. So most of my whoopings usually was something I did at home, fighting my sister or something. We got whoopings for that. I got a whooping like in 5th grade.
Interesting enough, I ain't never get in trouble for any fights. I think I told you about that.
Right, but you didn't have any siblings that you grew up in the house with.
Nah. So
I have an older sister who's 5 years older than me, and she would do something because she started it. I don't care what anybody says. She always started it. She was older. She had to start it. She was older. She started it.
I don't ever believe that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Anyways, so she would start something or do something, and then we would be fighting. My mom would hear us fighting, and then we'd get a whooping. We both get whoopings because we weren't allowed to fight. So we both get whoopings for fighting.
So,
But other than that, like it was out in public. I wish I might have thought about like acting out and see like black parents. No, that's not an option. Usually it don't get to the point where it's like a whooping or anything. Usually it's the point that look like I know you. I bet you. Oh you gonna try. That's usually is that look. Now if they really cutting up, then it might get up to the you got to talk between your teeth. Them lips get real tight. You want some of this? I better break your neck. You be like, I believe my mama would really have broken my neck. I don't. I think she would have. I think she'd broken my neck. Probably in several places. That's what I think. So I didn't try it. I was scared.
I don't know. My dad told me when it came to fighting, he told me clearly, he said, don't start any fights, but if you get into one, do not lose. Because if you lose, you got to fight when you come home. I ain't taking no risks.
Right. I would imagine not. Well, my mom said something very similar, but not exactly that. It was just like, don't start any fights, but if somebody else started, you make sure you finish it. And finishing doesn't necessarily mean you win, because you're not going to win every fight, because you're not the biggest or the baddest. There's always somebody bigger or badder, or somebody who, feels like they have, I don't know, more to lose or more to gain. I really don't know how to look at it, but yeah. So it was just one of those things where it was like, defend yourself.
I always felt like I had more to lose.
So, but I never had any fights in school.
Yeah.
I never had any fights in school.
No, I ain't never.
So,
like I said, I ain't never started.
it was one of those things that it was just like, oh, okay. But nobody was Steph either, so it was kind of weird.
Well, I mean, you guess like a dude for like ever.
I mean, yeah, but that meant nothing.
Well, they thought you was a dude for like ever.
Oh, they knew good well I wasn't a dude. Trust me, everybody was aware I was not a dude. I dressed tomboyish, but that didn't mean that, like, you didn't know I was a girl. Everybody, no, trust me, everybody knew. And it wasn't like tomboyish to the point where, like, oh, I couldn't get nobody.
We didn't say that.
Okay, yeah. So no, they weren't. I don't think it was that level of intimidation, because trust me, there was plenty of basketball players on the girls' team that looked way more boyish than me. And a couple of them still look mannish now. Not bad. It's not a bad thing, but they still look really tomboyish now.
Hey, what up though?
Some of us just have really deep voices, okay?
I believe it.
And I have to like do certain stuff to make my voice sound even more girlish. So, yeah. Whatever.
It is what it is.
But, like I said.
Yeah.
So, okay. The thing about parents in general is you have some kids, like, so my thing is, I hate when the parents are like disciplining their kids in the store, especially us brown people, because I don't think all of the cursing is necessary. Like, they talk to some of these kids, and it's like little kids, like
Oh man.
6 and under, and they're like cursing them out, and I'm like, I want to be like, is that necessary?
Yeah.
To talk to this small child like this, okay, so what? Yeah, they're cutting up. Pop them on the butt and keep it moving.
Yeah.
But the verbal attacks are kind of
It's
just
unnecessary,
like, I think that's probably more or just as abusive as
yeah.
the spankings. Like,
That's
you
more so,
cursing at
especially
this
in
kid.
that time frame. That's more so.
Half of them be so little, I'd be like, that kid can't possibly understand. I mean, they probably heard these curse words over and over again.
Well,
But
it's not so much that they understand, but at that point, all they see is that you are angry, so they understand that mannerism that you're angry, and you're like physically angry. So it looks like you're just yelling at them. So that's all they understand is that you're yelling at them.
right.
So you're just angry and yelling.
Right, but it's one of those things where I guess it gets to the point where it's like, okay, that's so unnecessary. And the words, I like to call them like $15 words. Like when you use MFR, like to me, that's one of those like, really, that's a $15 word that I feel like is reserved for certain things.
But that was Bernie Mac's favorite word.
Okay, but look at Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac made it successful.
Yeah.
And that's not to be funny, but okay, he
I
was
like when Bernie
successful.
Mac used that word.
Okay, but he's one in a million.
Yeah.
Most of these parents are not successful in the sense of on Bernie Mac's level. So you using it to tear down and degrade your child.
Oh, I agree.
Unnecessary. Should have put your ass down. I think that works real good. Real good. I think that probably, and especially, you know, when you get that, like I said, when they start bunching up them lips and making them talk and talking to their cheek, I bet you get it.
Yeah.
I bet it's really not that hard to understand
You know what?
what you should or shouldn't be doing.
I had this look. That and then, you know, like I have a really deep voice. So all I gotta hit him with is that one, hey!
Really?
You see how everybody in the building was like, what's going on?
Well, okay, so that's the thing. So I'll say this, and I've heard this, and I've seen it in different instances. In general, kids know the parent that they can act out with. They know what parent they can really show out with.
Oh yeah.
And in general, when there's two parents around, whether they're in the same household or not, there's usually one parent that kids usually really show out bad for. And it's usually the mom. I don't know what it is.
John Baby put track marks all over his mama.
I mean, it's...
See me burning my phone up.
Are you serious? So it's one of those things that...
He be disrespecting me. I'll be like,
Yeah,
how you letting him disrespect you? And she's like, he just be coming over here. He be wanting to play the video game. He don't be listening to me. He don't be doing nothing that I tell him to do. Well, I said, well, you have to understand that you decided, I had to tell her the other day, I said, well, you decided that you wanted to live in Durham for X amount of years and not be down here. So I said, he feels some type of way probably at this point in time. And there's a certain level of respect that has to be, no, listen
But
to me.
that's, okay,
Listen
but
to me when
that's
I-
one situation.
Listen to me when I explain it. Just listen to me. There's a certain level of respect that people have when you're with someone on an everyday basis.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and I'm gonna explain why I'm getting ready to say this. Generally, that parent that gets ran over is the one that they don't be around as much. So if it's the parent that's always working, that's probably that parent.
I don't agree with that.
I do.
I don't.
100%.
I don't. I've seen in several instances where, because the mother in general, every situation is different. I don't care what anybody says. Every situation is different. But in general, when there are both parents involved, your case is totally different than most. You know that, I know that. However, in general, it's usually the mom that gets ran over. Now, if it's single parent and the kids live with the mom, like I did, I was scared of my mom. I wasn't scared of my dad. But I knew not to act out because I knew that when my mama found out that I acted up with my dad, it was going to be a situation.
Well, see, that's the thing.
So that's why I say.
Every time he act out, the first thing she do is...
Right. But again, like I said, when I see parents in the store with that kid, and that kid is like acting out, I don't think, oh, well, they're only acting out because that's the parent that doesn't spend as much time with them. I'm thinking they're acting out because they know that that parent is going to let them get away with it, and that's why they do it.
Well,
they know they're going to be able to get away with it.
That's not, my point isn't the fact about spending time.
Or who's around or who works, because...
They don't understand the spending time part. But if they were there and they had the bond with them, they would have more respect for them. That's what I'm getting at.
I don't necessarily
and the reason why I say
agree.
that, the reason why I say that is because the field that I work in, the more time you spend with those kids, the more respect they have for you.
I can see that.
So
I'm not completely disagreeing, but I disagree with what you said earlier, because what you said earlier was that it's more than likely the parent that's usually the one that's working that they have the least amount of respect for.
Yeah.
So that's what you just said.
Yeah.
So I'm saying I don't think that that's necessarily the situation.
Yeah, I believe it 100%. That's like the dad that's always gone. What do they do to the dad that's always gone? I'll wait for it, because I'll tell you. The dad that's always
I just
gone.
said that the mother who's there, that's the one who they run over.
I don't believe they run over her. I don't think they get over her like that.
Well, what you thought happened with little Chrissy, and that's the who was they in the store with? Oh, it's because they was white. So again,
I told you.
Now it's just,
I told you why I thought
now
that
there's
was.
a difference just because they're white.
I think there's a difference in our parenting styles.
Definitely.
Yeah, I believe that. But I also believe, though, there's a difference in...
So it's more than one level to it?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe 100%. And the reason why I say that is because, let's say, and this is why I say that, is because, like, when I said the thing about the dad that, let's say, does all the works all the time, okay, when they get the chance to get with him, the first thing they're going to do with him, they can get him to buy everything. The first thing they can do with him, he's going to be the one that they're going to take him to the store. They're going to have him buying ice cream, candy, everything that mom didn't let them eat during the week. The stuff that they know they not supposed to have, he don't know that. They going to split the parents that way. They going to get him to buy it. And then he going to look like the bad guy because he don't know. So when he get home, he going to be like, oh, I didn't even know they wasn't supposed to have this. And they going to be like,
Okay, but that's still not...
same thing.
That's part of it. And I can see that.
Kids manipulate. That's what they do.
Yeah, they divide and conquer. They're very good at that.
Oh, yeah.
I went through it, helping raise my niece with my mom. So, to an extent, I definitely understand.
You were dividing and conquering too.
I wasn't. because I tried it once. I tried it once with my aunt and my dad. I tried it once, and I asked my aunt to do something. She said no. I turned around and asked my dad. He said yes.
Uh-oh.
When my aunt found out, she called my mom, and my mom told her to beat me.
Ooh. Oh.
I tried it once, and I knew I was wrong, which is why it only happened that one time. Once. And that's all it took because I don't like weapons. So my niece was very manipulative. And so she would do it a lot until I finally caught on, and I was like, wait, something ain't right here.
We talking about D?
Yes.
Okay. I believe that.
So it was like, It took a while before I picked up on it. And she was very good at it. And I would do something and mom would be like, why you do that? I'd be like, because she said that you said. And then I realized, so then I just started pushing everything back. Anything she'd ask for, you gotta ask mommy. You gotta ask mommy. Nope, you gotta ask mommy. Nope. What did mommy say? And I would go in the room or call my mom, okay, Dee said such and such. She wants to do this, she wants to go here, she wants to do that. What do you say? I nipped it in the bud. It took maybe like 3 or 4 times, which for me, I was still like super young. So, I didn't know. Again, that wasn't my thing. I tried it with the aunt and my dad.
Yeah.
That didn't work because the phone call was made. So
I'm gonna tell you who else kids get over on. Grandparents.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why they get over on grandparents. They get over on grandparents because grandparents still believe they are savvy. My mom thinks she is savvy. And she don't want to believe that Jameer will get her. Jameer know he got her. He know he got her any day he wanted. And he be taking advantage anytime he wants to.
Wow.
And so when I be calling him on
you do?
I call him on it all the time. All the time. And when I catch him on it, he be looking at me like, no, you have to say something. Like, cuz.
That's my mama. Don't
What
be
you
getting no
mean?
more mama.
Yeah. Man, you
Right.
better chill out. I'll stomp you out there.
Right. Like, don't be trying to get over on my mama. That's my mama.
Yeah.
And see, that's the other thing. It's kind of like, I wonder if some grandparents feel like, well, I didn't do this for mine, or I did this for mine, so why not? Because in reality, as parents, you grow and you see things. So because there's no manual, there's no handbook, which I have to keep reminding myself that because no parent is perfect.
No.
There's some really awesome ones, there's some really amazing parents, but nobody's perfect.
No.
And so sometimes they do stuff and you just be like, hey, what? Why would you even? Now you know that wasn't the right thing to do. Why would you even do that?
Yeah.
But, it's one of those things where it's like, you live and you learn. Because, like, my siblings say, oh, she's spoiled, she did, she that, she got away with murder. I never had to commit murder because I was afraid, for one, and fearful. When you have older siblings and you see them get into stuff, and then you see what their consequences are, if you got any sense that God gave you, you like,
Nah, I'm okay.
I don't need any of that. I'll pass. I'm good.
You got that.
I don't need to participate. Of course, some stuff you do have to see for yourself.
Yeah.
It might not have went so bad for them. Let me try it. So it was one of but for the most part, that worked in my favor. Everybody's like, oh, she was too tired to beat you. No. I knew that there were certain things for me not to do. So I just kind of went with it. It was like, wow. Like, nah, I ain't messing with that. I can't participate in those type of activities. So it's one of those things that was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be good. Oh, she was so bad. Like, I really wasn't bad. I saw so much, and I saw them do stuff, and I was like, that got a whooping. Okay, that got you smacked. Let me not try too many of those. Kind of like my face. Yeah, let me, not try that. So I learned to kind of, and then the girls were sneaky.
Oh yeah.
We're sneaky. We do stuff and, because it's like girls, oh, they're sweet and innocent and blah, blah, blah. And not that I was really that bad, but my little bit of stuff was just like, oh yeah, like I snuck on the phone, it kind of, if I hang up, don't call back. Because I wasn't supposed to be on the phone with boys until I was like, 15, 16? Oh yeah, my mom did not play that. I couldn't have a boyfriend until I was 16. I couldn't knowingly have a boyfriend until I was 16. And my grades had to be good. So, yeah. That discipline. And like, it's cute. I don't know what it is. It's supposed to be so cute when kids are like little. Like, my great nephew has, he's 5 and he's in kindergarten. He has already planned out his life. He knows who his wife is going to be. They're going to have 5 children.
Oh,
He's already drawn pictures of it. It's actually probably one of the cutest things I have seen in forever, especially when you see like people on these shows and it's like, oh, I've been loving this person since we were little, and then they grow up and get married and have kids, and it's like, oh. Apparently that happens for somebody in real life. In real life, that happens for somebody. So it's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, kids can do it, but I couldn't have no boyfriend.
Yeah.
Let me come home and talk about, my class for make too long. In kindergarten, I had a crush on this little white boy named Joey.
Yo, you
And yeah, he had a mullet. It was so, he had a little blonde mullet.
So you had a crush on Joe Dirt?
I think his name was Joey. We were in kindergarten. We went to Chantilly Elementary School. So, hey, Joey.
Joey, if you are out there, I need you to get in the inbox.
No, don't do it.
You need to inbox our Instagram.
It's okay.
Family Values PDcast.
It's okay.
At Family Values PDcast. DM me.
It's all right.
We're going to respond. We're going to make this love
No, we're
connection. We're going to make this happen.
not. No, we're not.
We're going to set it up. Joey, hit me up. We're going to set it up for you.
No, we're not.
She's looking for you.
That's okay.
Star-crossed lovers.
Whatever. Star-crossed? Really?
She's been looking for you, man.
The last Star-crossed lovers I knew about died.
Since kindergarten.
I ain't got time.
First grade, something like that. I don't know. But she's been looking for you, Joey.
I haven't.
Mother and all.
Nah, keep that. I'm good.
She's been looking for you, Joey.
Nah. This took a turn. I don't like the direction this is going in. So yeah. But yeah, no. We're good. I'm fine. Yes, I'm great. Me and all my drinks, I was so thirsty.
You so thirsty. Look, Joey, she says she's thirsty for you. Look, America, help us find Joey.
They got so twisted. So wrong, so bad, so fast.
Where's Lonnie when you need him?
Right, to help me.
No, to help me find Joey.
It's just terrible.
Oh,
It's just awful.
I am with the shenanigans today.
I don't know why I thought you were sleeping. I see you woke up.
Oh, what?
Oh, Duncan got you running tonight.
Hey, America runs on it. America runs on it.
Wow. That's all I can say.
You know what it is.
I don't.
Yes.
I don't. I'm good.
It's all love.
No, it's really not. It's really not. It's about to be disciplined. You want to get disciplined? Do you want me to take off my belt in public?
Yo.
Call Miss Sylvia out here. Excuse me.
Yeah. You wild.
I'm just saying. Call moms out here. Come get your son. He's cutting up in public. I think you just need to jump on his head.
You see what's going on in America? See how my co-host trying to treat me?
Y'all see he came for me first, right? Okay.
Trying to snitch on me. After she gon' tell y'all that she got a crush on me.
I did not say I do. I said I did. That was over 30 years ago.
I'm just trying to help.
Don't help.
I'm just trying to help.
Don't help.
Don't
Help is
help.
not needed.
I'm just trying to help y'all.
Don't help. I don't want help.
Maybe he out there looking for you.
He's not. I assure you he's not.
Yeah.
I know he's not.
Oh my goodness.
But it's okay. You can get abused
Who, me?
off air because then there won't be any witnesses.
Oh, y'all hear this?
What? There's no evidence.
This is messed up with me. It's all good though. It's all good. Next episode is gonna be about big brothers and little sisters.
And how they think they run us up. Clearly. My other big brother don't try to run stuff. He just minds his own business. He just minds his own business. He don't try to play matchmaker. He don't do none of that.
Oh man. So
He just handle things. And that's it.
yeah.
And I appreciate that, bro.
So well, those
Kids don't get whoopings in the store.
yeah, y'all gotta do better.
Mama's taking off shoes, belts,
Yeah, listen to your
flip
mama.
flops.
Listen to your
purse
mama.
straps.
Yeah.
I mean, listen to your mama in general. But
Yeah, listen to your parents.
nothing worse than getting embarrassed out in public.
Yeah, listen to your parents when you're at the store, or your auntie, or your aunt, whoever you at the store with. Big bro, big sis. Listen to them, cause yeah, we don't want to see you get your butt tore up at the store. That's gonna be sad. I might laugh at you. You know what? It ain't even a mic. I'm gonna laugh. If I see you, I'm gonna laugh and point. I might even film it. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Oh, wow.
You might end up on Instagram.
Wow. Really?
With a
Oh,
laughing
yeah.
emoji. Ha 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 ha. That, yeah. I'm gonna laugh.
It just depends. It depends on what I see if I'm laughing about it. If they cursing at them kids.
Oh, if you
then
cursing,
I'm
I'm not laughing. But if it's just a good old fashioned butt whooping, cause you out of line, you know one of them whoopings where they saying something every time they swing,
Or that syllable whooping.
like, didn't I tell you? Yo,
Those are the worst whoopings ever.
oh,
They're awful.
oh. I'm staying there for every,
Why
I got
can't
to
you-
watch the whole
Why
sentence.
can't you just
Listen.
say what you're gonna say
I gotta
and
watch
then
the-
spank?
I gotta watch the whole sentence.
Give me my lesson first.
I gotta watch the whole sentence.
Because it takes forever.
It don't matter. I gotta see it all.
Can we not?
I gotta see it all. I gotta see it all.
I think that's a psychological tactic that parents use when they whip their kids. I said that you better not. It's like, so hooked on phonics did work for you.
Hey,
Like,
I bet you won't say that when you get that whooping.
I mean, no. That just adds on to the whooping. Because see, what I learned was not to run and try to fight back or try to grab the belt. You never try to grab the belt. That just makes it worse. If they miss, that makes it worse.
Oh man.
If you're doing all this jumping and gyrating, that makes it worse. Because they got to work harder. And so it's like, well, you ain't going to be still. You're trying to beat me. Why would I be still? You just want me to just be here and just take it. Yes, my name's supposed to be Kizzy, huh? That's how this supposed to go? I'm just supposed to just get my lashes and go.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
that's what happens. That's what happens.
Yeah.
The black mama whoop you with a belt, a shoe, a purse strap, a toy, the same toy that you've been begging for. Get it thrown at you.
You ever get whooped with an electric cord?
I plead the fifth.
I got whooped with an electric cord. And not like a regular drop cord either. I'm talking about like the industrial shit, the orange one. I got whooped with
I
that.
don't think I've ever seen like the orange rope, like the thick brown rope.
No, an orange drop cord. Like the, you know what I'm talking about. Okay.
I know what an extension cord is.
Okay, you know what an extension cord is, like the little brown ones that you see around the house, right?
And the white ones.
Okay, yeah, no. I'm talking about the orange ones that you would see around, okay.
I said the round, like the round one, because you know a regular electrical cord is kind of flat,
Yeah.
but it has that indentation down the middle.
Yeah, the
This one
orange
is a
ones are
round one.
real thick though. Like
Right,
really,
but a
yeah,
round one.
yeah. That's
I
what I'm
just
talking
said that.
about. Yeah, those.
Okay.
I got one of those.
Okay.
Yeah. And it wasn't even my fault. What happened was not my fault. Not by any means my fault. Let me explain. We're outside playing. I get pushed off the porch.
Okay.
Off the porch. Do you remember the house I used to live in?
No.
You never been up there? Okay. So the porch is high. This is like back in the day, and they were still like building some stuff around the edges. So they had sand out there because they were laying brick. So they used the sand to make the mortar. So I get pushed off the porch into the sand. The sand got, I had long hair, the sand got in my hair. The sand had to get washed out my head. They were upset about that. My parents were upset about that. I got a whooping. I didn't push me off the porch.
Into the sand.
No. I got a whooping.
Did you provoke the person that
I got a whooping. No. I got a whooping. America. How did I get a whooping? Ask my parents that. Can y'all ask them that?
Woo-woo. Woo-woo. Still a little salty about that one, ain't you?
Yes. Very.
Okay.
I ain't gonna do nothing. Orange drop cord.
Wow. That probably was one of those whoopings that made up for some other whoopings that you should have got but didn't get? No? Okay. I don't know. Now it's abuse. Back then it wasn't abuse.
No, I just took that one for the team.
It was common.
I just took that one for the team.
So how old were you?
I think I might have been like, I was 6. Maybe.
Oh wow. Okay. So really young.
Yeah.
Okay. It might have been one of those learning moments for your parents.
Yep.
Did you get many other whoopings after that for stuff that you didn't do? Okay. So probably. Okay. I've heard of that.
Yeah. I just get whoopings for stuff that my dad did.
Oh.
It's a long story there.
Okay. Okay. We'll let that one go.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna let that one go. Yeah. No. I ain't gonna say I deserved all my whoopings because me and my sister fight now. Them deserve whoopings. I was already getting beat up because I was a little sister, so I thought that was enough. I thought that was like enough of punishment.
You was already getting beat up. So she should have got a whooping, but not you?
Yeah. Because this is what would happen. If I went and told my mom that she was bothering me, then when my mom wasn't around,
You would get beat up.
I would get beat up more. So, either way, I kind of...
Still got beat up.
And like I said, when she would hear us in there fighting, I know one night we was in there fighting in the kitchen, and like the way our apartment was set up, there was a dryer in there, and we bumped into the dryer fighting, and that's what woke my mom up, because she wouldn't have known we was fighting. Yeah, I know we got a whooping that night, and I was like, oh.
In conclusion, listen to your parents. Don't show you behind in the store. If I see you showing you behind in the store, I'm gonna give your parents my belt. Or the belt that I see on the rack.
I'm gonna mind my own black business.
I might do that too. But if your parents start whooping you in the store, I'm gonna laugh. There's a great chance I'm gonna laugh.
Laughter is good medicine,
Yeah.
for the most part,
Yeah.
depending on what you're laughing at.
This has been another episode of the Family Values Podcast. I am your host, Jay Ayers.
Tamisha's pain.
And again, we are missing Lonnie Lockhart. We miss you, bro.
That's it. Yeah.
Peace.